How you doing this morning, man? Today we gonna talk about feeling the vibe, man. Feeling the vibe. What happens when you feel the vibe? It's real simple. Everybody wants you to be a certain way. Everybody wants you to act a certain way, talk a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, we can only be who we gonna be, right? We can't expect people to be how we want them to be. If you are a certain way of your life and somebody comes in and tries to change your vibe, you're not no longer living for you, you living for them. You feel me? You got to understand, sometimes you ain't going to be in situations where you can help everybody. You just can't do it. Sometimes you got to stand back and say, you know what, I can't help the world, I got to just help me. You know? Keep in mind, your vibe is not always going to be the vibe that other people feel. Sometimes you're going to have people around you that's like, man, I just don't understand where they're coming from. I can't handle that, right? So what you got to do is make sure you understand what your vibe is, how you going to move, what you going to say, how you going to be with people. It comes a time in your life where you just got to say, I know I'm better than what people think of me. And there's nothing wrong with that. What is the worst thing you can do, though? The worst thing you can do is try to impress people who don't even know you're there. That's the worst thing you can do. When it comes to being a person, just be yourself. Love yourself. Enjoy. Like, make sure you're spending more time impressing the world than you. Sorry about that. We'll ask ourselves, how did I get to this point? You supposed to be at the point you at right now. Like, if you homeless, broke, all these things, that's the vibe. Now your vibe is to get out of that situation. Your vibe is to move up. Your vibe is to figure it out. A lot of people will say, like, man, all I want to do in this world is be happy. Well, that's an inside thing. That's an eternal thing. Happiness is from within. Your vibe tells you that if I'm doing something that's not being conducive to the way that I'm moving, I need to change it up just a little bit, just so I can navigate my life better. People tell me all the time, like, how do you smile all the time, even through dark times? I said, because my vibe told me dark times don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? Your dark times don't last forever. At some point, you gonna see light. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it and say, I'm good. Yes, men do cry. It's okay. Men, your vibe inside your body tells you we need to cry to get this stuff out before we go to jail. Cry, get it off your chest. If you're happy, sad, miserable, whatever, cry and get it out. Crying is healthy because you'll hurt the person that you love the most holding it all in, because one day you'll just explode. Your vibe will be off. Ladies, it's okay to go to your man and say, hey, I got you. But stop saying that. Say, I got us. Hey, I got us. Sometimes your man can't afford the things you want. Be content with that. Hey, he can't afford that right now because he got a bigger plan for us. But when we up, we all the way up. I remember Jim Jones had said, and he a famous rapper, if y'all know who Jimmy Jones is. He said he had to tell his wife and kids, like, look, we can't buy a Birkin bag this month. We can't buy this month. But when we back up, you can get all the stuff you want. You got to know your limits. You got to know your vibe. You got to know, like, hey, I can't do this, but I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Don't think because you don't have it all right now that you don't have something. Some people measure what they got by what other people got. Stop doing that. Be good with what you got. You know what I'm saying? We just living every day. Live every day like it should last. Because it might be. Feel the vibes. Understand the vibe. Run with it. Enjoy it. When you die, yeah, people gonna remember you for a little while, but when your people start dying off, your distant memory. You want to be in love, you want to be happy, be in love, be happy. You want to love somebody unconditionally, tell them, like, look, I want to love you unconditionally, but I can't love you loving me with conditions because that vibe is off. If If social media is destroying your relationship, then both of you get the fuck off it. Or take a break from it. Or build a platform together. It's a different type of vibe when you do it together. But don't play tennis with your brain. Don't be like, okay, I'm in today. I ain't in today. I'm in today. I'm out today. No, no, hell no. If we in it for the long haul. That's the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Your vision is beyond emotion. You got to look past what you feeling sometimes. That's all it is. I would like to say, okay, Kirk, I don't speak German or whatever this is. I don't know. But good morning. How about that? Good morning. So, in the world that we live in right now, y'all, we got to stop focusing so bad. Like, I was just paying attention to all the things going on. The young man that got hung at the college, Charles Kirk got killed, the shooting on the same day at the high school. Like, I'm looking at all these things going on, and we're judging one action with another action, right? Hate is hate, y'all. Hate is hate. We have to get back to knowing our neighbors. Our vibe got to be, hey, neighbor, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? If somebody is not making you feel relevant, you stay relevant to yourself. You feel me? Stay relevant to yourself. Love yourself. Don't be afraid to love yourself. Listen, I see people always texting this. I had to close a chapter. I'm closing a chapter. How many books are you reading? You know what I'm saying? When I close a chapter, it's closed. I'm not going to talk about it no more. You sound crazy every time, right? But I see a lot of people, men and women, posting that. The chapter that I closed was called Self-Love. I closed that chapter because I was too focused on everybody else. So, in the vibe I have right now is like, I want everybody to win, but I want somebody to love me when it's time, unconditionally. I can't change my past, and I don't want to, because I learned from it. But I'm a better man today than I was then. And that's what I want y'all to understand. You better today than you was then. Your vibe is different. Y'all just stay blessed up. All right? I got to go. Bless up.